Hello YouTube, this is V&V Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm Victor, and welcome to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. This is only a third one, and it has been a long time since the last one. But hey, it's another deck profile. As I'm sure you can tell, it's Ritual Beasts from the video right now, obviously, and the name of the video, so I'll just get right into it. The beginning of this deck profile is all pretty standard. There's triple Ritual Beast Tamer Lara. Just for, you summon her, special summon one Ritual Beast monster from your graveyard. There's triple Ritual Beast Tamer Elder. Summon him, and you get another normal summon for a Ritual Beast that's in your hand, which is honestly the best for the beginning game. And 3 Ritual Beast Tamer Wen. She special summons Banished, which comes into play a lot with Ritual Beasts, obviously. Now with all the Ritual Beast monsters, the Tamers and the actual Spiritual Beasts, you can only special summon any of them once per turn. So if you've already special summoned a Wen, you can't summon the same one again or a different one again, which wouldn't, if you could, the deck would be way too strong and everything in it would be banned. Next is for the Spiritual Beasts. There's the standard triple Cannahawk. It's essentially a summon and once per turn Gold Sark, but if it leaves the field and comes back, it becomes a second Gold Sark, which can set up a lot of really awesome plays for Spiritual Beasts. Then there's triple Spiritual Beast Apelio. I like him a lot because you banish one Spiritual Beast, or one Ritual Beast card, not monster, from your graveyard, and all your Ritual Beasts gain 500 attack until the end phase. For the most part, if you're using this guy to attack most of the time anyway, it doesn't matter. But it also banishes your Ritual Beasts, which will let you get more stuff going later in the game. And then I run 2 Petalfin. I see some people only run 1. I like 2. I'm not really sure why. It's just handy, like you can summon one of them and then banish the other from your hand if you really want to compulse any card on the field, which I like a lot. And I mean, if worst case scenario you have 2 of them, you can just overlay them for whatever's in your extra deck. I only run 1 Rempengu. He is really good for, you banish, it's a once per turn. You can banish one of the fusions from your extra deck, and then send a Spiritual Beast of the same type from your deck to the graveyard, which can set up Alti Cannahawk plays, which can set up future plays. It is a really good card, but any more than 1 I personally think is too much. That's it for the Ritual Beast monsters. Now we have the non-Ritual Beast monsters, obviously. There's only 3 of them. There's the 1 Psychic Jumper. I've never used him yet, but I really like the idea of potentially having just a Tamer on the field with him. You pay 1,000 life points, you give your opponent a Tamer, which would be preferably Lara or Elder, because Lara has 100 attack and Elder has 200, so you give them a really weak monster, and you take any of their monsters that you pick. And they can't change their battle position, but you just gave them a really weak monster, you can just attack into it with whatever you took from them. And he's also a tuner for, well, I have a couple of synchros in my extra deck I'll get into later. And then I have 2 Sylphid. I know other people, I saw deck profiles, they were running the bird. I don't remember what it's called, but the bird that you banish a wind to special summon it. I prefer Sylphid, because I read the other one's effect and I didn't like it as much. And Sylphid has 1700 attack, that one only has 16. as well as if this card's destroyed, your opponent has to randomly discard one card from their hand. So you could just banish a Ritual Beast from your graveyard to set up more of your banished beast plays, and then attack into something bigger than this, and force your opponent to discard a card, which I think would be helpful depending what deck you're against, obviously. That's it for the monsters. Next we have the spells. I run 2 Ritual Beasts Bond. I love this card. It's another Kanahawk Search, or Alti Kanahawk Search. And during the opponent's turn you can tag out the fusions. And if you have this set, and they say they try and use Dark Hole or a Geki or something to destroy monsters, if you have this set, you can activate it, or chain it to the Regeki or Dark Hole, banish your 2 Ritual Beasts, and bring out the Ulti Petalfin, which cannot be destroyed by card effects. And it has 2800 defense, which I think is really nice. So I definitely like running 2 of these at least. One card I haven't seen in anybody else's deck profiles is 1 Soul Absorption. I love this card because every time a card is banished, you gain 500 life points for each. So you make a fusion with this deck and you've just gained 1,000 life points, just constantly. I've gone up to about 15,000 by the end of my second turn thanks to this card. It's really awesome. Next is 1 Nightbeam, Destruction, and they can't chain to it. 1 MST, Obvious Destruction. Forbidden Lance for some protection. The 1 Dark Hole, just destruction, straightforward. Gold Sarcophagus is amazing for this deck because it sets up your banished zone to bring them back with Wen, and other Ritual Beast combos, which is amazing. That's it for the spells. Now onto the trap cards. We have 2 Ritual Beast Ambush. I've been playing this deck. I kind of want to add a 3rd, but I'm not sure what I'd take out for the 3rd ambush. You guys can let me know if you have any suggestions. But right now 2 I've been working with and it's been perfectly fine so far. I haven't taken it to any tournaments or anything, but just against friends and stuff, 2's pretty good. What this does is special summons a Ritual Beast, Tamer, and a Spiritual Beast from your graveyard or your banished zone. So it's really good during the opponent's turn. You just activate this during the opponent's end phase because you can't special summon other monsters except Ritual Beast monsters for the rest of the turn after you use it. But you just do this during the opponent's turn, during the opponent's end phase, get all your stuff back. Your turn, they're all there. None of them has been special summoned yet this turn, so you still get that going. So it's a really good card. Next is Triple Ritual Beast Steeds. This card is unbelievably annoying for your opponent. I'll show you a combo you can do with this that's I think most well-known Spiritual Beast combo. What you do, just use this to clear your opponent's field completely, essentially. It destroys monsters they control equal to the number of Ritual Beasts you control. Next I run 1 Torrential, 1 Mirror Force, 1 Compulse, 1 Call the Haunted, 1 Solemn Warning, and 1 Macro Cosmos. Macro is because the entire deck focuses mostly on banishing, so that doesn't hurt you, but it hurts your opponent a lot most of the time. That's it for the main deck. Now on to the extra deck. Pretty straightforward for the beginning. Triple Ulti Apelio. Banish 2 Ritual Beasts, 1 Tamer and 1 Spiritual Beast to summon him. And then if he attacks, he's unaffected by any cards, which is the reason why Apelio's effect doesn't keep his attack boost on, but what are you going to do? And then during either player's turn, return him to the extra deck and special summon the 2 Ritual Beasts, 1 Tamer, 1 Spiritual Beast from your banished. I have Triple Petalfin. I really like him because you could potentially just banish 1 for the Rempengu play, and then you still have 2 to go into, and this is the one that can't be destroyed by card effects. 2800 defense, which is really nice. Construct can't get over it. And same with the other one. During either player's turn, return to the extra deck to special summon 2 from the banished. And last for the Ritual Beasts is triple Alti Kanahok. This card sets up every play possible if you're able to open with Elder and Kanahok. It just gets you so much advantage in the game, it's not even funny. Especially if you have Soul Absorption, you just gain so many life points. And again, the tag out, special summon 2. And his main effect also is returning 2 banished Ritual Beast cards to the graveyard to add any Ritual Beast card from your deck to your hand, which is really amazing. Search for anything once per turn, but when it leaves and comes back, it counts as once that turn again. I also run 1 Levier, just in case I have to, like, if I'm desperate and I have to use Wen to special summon a Wen, I can go into Levier and bring something back. I don't know what yet. I've never actually used it, but it's nice to have for now. Number 101, for if you have 2 of the Spiritual Beasts. Really good. I have used it before to get over something big, I can't remember what. But you can most of the time, if you have that kind of field, you can continue into Kanahok and search plays, even though you've used 2 of your Spiritual Beasts. Evil Soul Mexiton Knight. He would be amazing to team up with Ulti Petalfin, since that can't be destroyed by card effects. So if you have just him and that on the field, you nuke, you still have him and that on the field, so it's perfect. And last rank 4 is 1 Castell. Just, it doesn't destroy, returns to the deck, really amazing card. Next is my 2 Synchro cards for my Psychic Jumper. I have the 1 Thought Ruler Archfiend. It's mostly just in here because it's a really good level 8 Synchro that I can use my Psychic Jumper and any of the Spiritual Beast fusions. Or if my opponent happens to have a level 6, I can use their monster. So, really good. Since it helps you gain more life points and everything too. And the last card is Scrap Dragon. An amazing combo with Scrap Dragon is if you have him and again Ulti Petalfin on the field. You target Ulti Petalfin and your opponent's card to destroy them, and since Ulti Petalfin can't be destroyed, it only destroys your opponent's card, which makes Scrap Dragon really amazing for this deck. That's it for the deck profile. So now we're going to get into some of the potential really amazing combos that Ritual Beast can do. One of them, which is the main one that they do, all you need in your hand is 1 Ritual Beast Elder and the Ritual Beast Kanahok. Now for this, I'm honestly going to say I mess up on this so often when I try and do it. So I might also keep a little count of how many times I have to retake this part of the video just to get this combo done. I don't know why, it just confuses me sometimes, just remembering what to do all the time for it. It's a really long combo in my opinion. So what you do is you just normal summon the Ritual Beast Tamer Elder, which will allow you to normal summon Kanahok. And because that's a normal summon, you can still special summon both of these monsters once this turn. Next you can use the Kanahok effect to banish 1 of your Ritual Beast Tamers. And then you banish the Elder and the Kanahok to special summon any of the fusions, and then you return the fusion to the extra deck to bring these 2 back out in defense mode. Use Kanahok's effect again to banish the Ritual Beast Rempengu, the Spiritual Beast Rempengu, sorry. Next you're going to banish these 2 again in order to bring out Ritual Beast Ulti Kanahok. Then you use its first effect, which will return Kanahok and Rempengu to the graveyard. This is where it's a bit complicated and annoying to people you're facing. You can then chain his return to the extra deck effect, targeting Wen and Rempengu. So then when the chain resolves, he'll go back to the extra deck. You'll special summon the Wen and the Rempengu, and only Kanahawk will return to your graveyard. And you'll still get to search for Ritual Beast Ambush to your hand. From here, use Rempengu's effect, banishing Ulti Petalfin, which will make you send Petalfin from your deck to the graveyard. Then you banish your Rempengu and Wen to summon back Ulti Kanahawk. And this time you'll use Ulti Kanahawk's effect to return Elder and Ulti Petalfin to your graveyard and add Ritual Beast Steeds to your hand. So now with those two cards, just the Elder and Kanahawk, you have replaced the cards in your hand, so you have two new cards in your hand, which you'll set them for your opponent's on your opponent's turn. You have the Ulti Kanahawk on the field, and whatever other 3 or 4 cards are left in your hand, depending on if you went first or second. So now let's say it's your opponent's turn. This is an example, let's just say they're using Yosenjus, which have a lot of normal summon power. So they'll be normal summon this one, it normal summons this one, which will normal summon this one, and normal summon that one. Now at the last normal summon, what you can do is activate Ritual Beast Steeds, chain Ulti Kanahawk's effect, and then chain Ritual Beast Ambush's effect. So what will happen is Ambush will special summon 2 from your graveyard, so you'll take back your Elder and your Kanahawk. Then Ulti Kanahawk will resolve, bringing back your Wen and Rempengu. Then Steeds will resolve and destroying all 4 of your opponent's monsters, while still leaving you with now your 4 monsters on the field. So then when it comes back to your turn, you'll draw a card. Then you can continue to play all over again, searching for more and more and more. Since now instead of starting with just the 2 monsters on the field that were normal summoned and not special summoned, you'll have 4 monsters which have not been special summoned yet this turn. So you can just instantly go into 1 Kanahawk, 2 Kanahawk, get a bunch of searches while still banishing stuff with Kanahawk and Rempengu, and it's really hard to stop all that from going off. Another really awesome thing about Ritual Beasts, which really annoys all my friends every time I use them, is, let's say for an example I have just him on the field, and my opponent goes for a Fiendish Chain. They target Ulti Petalfin. You can chain Ulti Petalfin's effect to Fiendish Chain, returning it to the extra deck and special summoning 2 Ritual Beast monsters. So then Fiendish Chain has no target and it's just sitting there useless. And then what would really annoy them is if you also have a Ritual Beast Bond face down, and they go to attack either of these, you activate Bond, banish these 2, and just bring right back the Ulti Petalfin. Really annoying, but really entertaining if you're the one doing it. That's it for this deck profile. Let me know if you think there's anything I can do to improve the deck. I know that I should have emergency teleports, but I am not in the mood. I'm not feeling like spending $20+ each on 3 cards. This, for the most part, is a pretty cheap deck, except for obviously the Exciton, the 101, and the Castell. Everything else I'm pretty sure is below $2 each, so it's a really cheap deck to make, and I honestly have a lot of fun with it. So yeah, let me know if there's anything you think I could improve on that's not overly expensive, and I'll see what I can do about it. Thanks. See you next time.